Hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 5 of the Contagious Community. I am so excited about today. I'll be honest, I had a totally different podcast planned for today, but because of everything that's going on in the world, I thought I needed to bring a little humor, a little joy, a little fun. So I have my very first interview for this podcast, and I can't wait for you to get to know her. Let's get started. Making changes in your life and business doesn't have to be difficult. It's just learning the small steps to take over time. Welcome to the Contagious Community, the podcast dedicated to ambitious women who want to make a bigger impact in their life. I'm your host, Michelle Pfile, and I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. Once a successful salon and spa owner, I woke up at a crossroads. I wanted freedom that salon life was never going to give me. I stepped past my fears of change and criticisms from others and dove into online business. Together, you and I are going to get you more confidence in your life, more money in your bank account, and more time with the people that matter most. Those are the things that I desperately needed and wanted. And over time, with small daily steps, I've achieved that dream. So stick with me for this fun and sometimes messy ride and transform your life and business too. Hello, you guys. Happy Tuesday.
Hi.
This is my first...
It's Monday.
Oh, you're right. It is Monday. She always corrects me. Okay, so it is Monday. We are recording this on Monday. I have my first ever guest on my podcast, and she just happens to be my most favorite person in the whole world, my daughter, Delaney.
Hi.
I wanted to have Delaney on here today to kind of brighten up this world that we are living in. The truth is, I want to come into your world every Tuesday, give you tips, give you motivation.
Every Monday.
Well, no, they're going to hear it on Tuesday.
I know.
We're going to record it on Monday. They're going to hear it on Tuesday. I wanted you to really feel inspired every single Tuesday when you tune into my podcast. And the truth is, I had planned to give you some time management tips today about how to really fit this online business that a lot of you are running into your day.
You're going to do that next, though.
Yeah, we're going to do that next week because it just didn't feel right. There is so much, at the time of this recording, there's just so much stress going on in the world. So many people are feeling overwhelmed with the coronavirus sort of taking over our whole world. And I thought, what better way to sort of brighten things up and just have a really fun chat with my daughter. So first, I want you to tell everybody how the coronavirus has actually impacted our life this week.
Well, we couldn't go to Punta Cana.
That's right. We had to cancel. We had a trip planned, my Beachbody trip actually, to Punta Cana. So it was completely canceled by our corporate leader, which I think was such a great decision. And we had actually decided a couple days before that we weren't going to go. We were lucky enough to be in St. Martin. But what else happened to you that has to do with the virus that we talked about?
Well, this girl in my class, she was away for one day. She was just taking a day off because she felt like she needed to. And everybody thought she had the coronavirus. And someone was saying, beware. And then when she came back, the guy said, everybody was saying that you had the coronavirus and beware of you.
So how would that have made her feel?
Not very good.
Yeah. So Delaney and I talked about this. Delaney was telling me that this girl in her class was away and everyone was teasing and making fun, saying that she had the coronavirus. So I used that as an opportunity to sort of talk to Delaney about the fact that when we say things like that about people, it can really, really hurt their feelings, because she was back the next day. She 100% did not have the coronavirus. And I was really worried that people would tease her. And that did happen, right?
Yeah.
So that was a good lesson for us when, what we say really impacts people. What I can say about this job that I have, it has been so amazing to be able to pass on the mindset skills that I have been learning over the last 6 years to Delaney. And it is just the coolest thing to watch her sort of repeat some of the things that I say out loud without even knowing, thinking about gratitude and thinking about journaling. And she's even done some meditations with me, which at the end of this podcast, I am going to do a meditation for everyone, because I think at a time like we are in right now,
we need some meditation.
That's right. And we need gratitude, right? Yeah. We talk about gratitude a lot here, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to ask Delaney some questions, because I know a lot of women listening to this podcast are running online businesses. Delaney really only remembers me working from home. Or do you remember me at the salon?
I remember you at the salon.
You remember me at the salon, but do you remember that I worked really late nights?
Yes.
You do remember that? Okay, well, there you go. You just never know what they remember. Okay, so what's the difference now between when Mommy worked at the salon and now I work here at home?
Well, we can do a lot of fun stuff. We can spend a lot of time together. We can go to the mall a lot more.
We can go shopping a lot more. Yeah, that's right.
And I get to see you a lot more.
Yeah, that is right. I'm surprised you remember how much I had to work when I had the salon. But truthfully, for me, that was the thing that really, really interested me about online business. I loved the freedom. When I saw the potential of me being able to be home, it doesn't mean that it's not a lot of work, because I don't want Delaney to forget some of the things that annoy her about what I do. And you can be totally honest. What kind of bugs you sometimes?
It's kind of loud.
Oh, it's kind of loud. Oh, you're right. You know what? When I'm doing calls at night and you're trying to sleep? Yeah. What else kind of bugs you? That I'm on my computer a lot? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, I'll be the first to admit that it is hard to turn it off. It is something I work on every single day. And that's really what I want to talk to you about next week, is really getting into some time management and figuring out, okay, this is my working hours and this is my family hours. And I'll be the first to admit that I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because it's hard to turn it off. I will often get my computer out.
It is hard to turn it off.
And yeah, Delaney sees that too, even with her own iPad, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Because I was actually working on a project and I just wanted to keep going and going, and it was hard to turn it off.
Yeah, you were working on your project. Okay, so what's it like to have a mom that's on social media? So that's sharing pictures and trying to get you to do pictures and podcasts. How does that make you feel?
It's kind of annoying, but then all my friends are like, wow, you're such a role model.
They say that to you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. That is so cool. So it's totally annoying when I ask you to take a picture and I want you to be in my stories and stuff like that. But it's kind of cool at the same time, right? Yeah. So is there anything that you feel you've really learned because of Mommy's job?
How to take pictures?
You are a killer picture taker. I will give you that. What about on the computer? What are some things that you know how to do?
I know how to use social media, TikTok, Canva, Google Slide, Google Docs, Google Drive.
Yeah, you are a killer on Canva and Google Slides. That is for sure. Okay, so what's it like to have both of your parents? So when I started in online business with my network marketing company, my husband's business was in sort of changing. It was kind of heading down a path of closing. So one of the things that I really, really hoped for was not necessarily to close my salon first off, but to be able to have Terry feel comfortable that if his business closed, he could come home and he could run whatever he wanted. I wanted to have that freedom. So Delaney actually has 2 parents that work from home. How weird is that? Is that weird from all your other friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it weird that your dad picks you up at school a lot?
No.
No? You like it?
Yeah.
You like it? So what's it like to have both parents at home?
Well, I can play outside a lot. We get to have a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I guess you don't really know any different, do you? You
No.
can barely remember any different. Yeah. That's cool.
I get to play a lot of games with my parents.
We definitely play a lot of
Uno.
games. A lot of Uno. You are right. Okay, so
Remember that endless Uno game?
that
We
did.
had to end it.
We had an endless Uno game. That is correct. You betcha. Okay, so we are here for 3 weeks together trying to work.
Mom,
Yes.
remember that log we wanted to get at the beach?
Oh, yeah, we have to go back and get our log. We're collecting.
It's such a cool log. And, I found this log that it looks like V, but then, at one side it has, all this split. The whole thing is, split. And then at one side it's just, kind of curvy, and it looks like a horn. And it has, all the bark off.
Yes, we're collecting driftwood. We live at the beach, which sounds
Not
really
at the beach,
just
close to
behind the beach, and that sounds really glamorous, but you have to remember we live in Canada, so it's actually freezing right now. But we're collecting driftwood. So, okay, Delaney, we're going to be home for 3 weeks together, which a lot of people listening here, they're gonna have kids home for 3 weeks too. So what have we come up with that we can do? So this week is March break. We're gonna take it pretty easy, but what are we gonna do for the last 2 weeks to keep you occupied?
Do some slides.
She's got some projects to do on Google
done.
Slides.
I'm done.
Oh, you're gonna do some different ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do a lot of journaling, a lot of math. 1 hour of iPad time in the morning, 1 hour of iPad time in the afternoon, and
A little bit before bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of something I wanted to share with you guys. I mean, both of Terry and I are home for 3 weeks.
And a lot of coloring and playing games.
Yes, a lot of coloring, a lot of playing games. But how we sort of do it, and if I was here by myself, I would set a timer. And this is one of my time management tips. And I'm really going to have to put it into play for the next 3 weeks when Delaney's home. Because what I'm trying to do is really find the blessing in all of this. I know it's overwhelming. It is stressful and it is scary, but it's our situation. I saw a quote actually earlier today that, our grandparents were asked to leave their families, their countries, and go to war. But we are only being asked to stay home. It's not that difficult. It truly is not that difficult. So how can we make the best of this? How can we turn it around and really try and make this a positive experience instead of something that we're dreading and hating? So for me, that means I have to be really diligent with my time. And this is where my morning routine comes in. And for me, I have a lot of energy in the morning, which is great. I'm still getting up at that normal time. I'm not treating this like a holiday and sleeping in. I'm getting up and I'm saying, okay, what are the business tasks that I need to finish today? Let me get that off the plate right now. So instead of doing meditation and journaling and reading in the morning, because Delaney's here and I want to take advantage of time with her, I'm doing the stuff that I have to do. So we call those IPAs, income producing activities. I get them out of the way every single morning at 5 a.m.
So we can do a lot of fun stuff.
That's right. So I can look at this 3 weeks that we have ahead of us as an opportunity to spend time with her. I wouldn't have that
Just
otherwise.
always take the advantage.
Take the advantage. Exactly, Delaney. And even though we still have to work, and I know some of you may be listening to this and you don't have the time off of work, you still have to go into work. And I can feel the stress of that. Like, where are your kids going? I actually can't even imagine. But for my listeners that are online business women, you know, this is bonus. I really have to think of it like a bonus time. Bonus time with our kids. It's bonus everything. Even though we are not in Punta Cana, laying on the beach, drinking virgin strawberry daiquiris, we are together and we're gonna watch movies and play games. So you have to be diligent with your business time. Do some journaling. Absolutely.
Think positive.
Think positive. Oh my gosh, you were awesome.
Stay in our house.
Stay in our house. I know. Well, we do that all the time. We are going for walks every day, though. Big, long walks just to get some fresh air. Anyways, you guys, this little girl is the light of my life and, of course, my husband's life. And I can tell you that...
And Maggie's life.
Oh, yes. And we have a dog, Maggie. And I can tell you that the things that I have learned, the things that I hope to share with you on this podcast, mindset, gratitude completely changed my life. Journaling, meditation. When you do this stuff in your everyday life, it really does pass down to your kids. And what better way?
Because they say you're doing it every day.
You see me doing it every day. You're right. You hear me saying the words, you see me doing the stuff, and then you repeat it, right?
Yes, I do.
She's patting my head right now. She's quite the girl. Okay, you guys, I am going to end this podcast with a meditation, and I hope that you will enjoy it. It is only going to be... Delaney. Oh my gosh, you're too funny. I am not going to hum, and neither is Delaney. I will have some nice music, but it's going to be about gratitude, about appreciation, and it's something that's only going to take a couple minutes, and you can do this every single day. So let's get started. So let's just start with closing our eyes and getting really comfortable wherever you are. Now, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. I believe that meditation can be done anywhere. It does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be in the perfect position with beautiful crystals all over the place. You can stop and quiet your mind anywhere. And this specifically isn't even quietening your mind. It's all about really feeling gratitude, getting into the feeling of appreciation. This is my secret weapon when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling frustrated, when I'm feeling like I'm comparing myself to others, I feel like I'm a failure, whatever. This is what I always go to. And I learned this when I was really struggling with the death of my dad. I really had spent probably a year and a half just going through the motions. I truthfully didn't even... Oh my gosh, I don't even remember a lot of that time. And one day I woke up and realized, like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. What can I do to change it? And I saw mentors of mine, they were using meditation. They were talking about gratitude all the time. I picked up a book called The Magic, and it changed everything for me. I would highly recommend it. And I'm going to give you a meditation today that I hope will help you see the benefits of even 17 seconds of getting into the feeling of gratitude. This doesn't have to be perfect, but let's get started. Let's just take some deep breaths in and out. Breathe in and let it all out. Wherever you are right now, just breathe in and out. Just feeling sort of slow down. Sometimes our heart gets racing and we feel like we're on a spinning wheel. And this is your chance to just slow down. Slow down the thoughts, slow down the emotions. If you need a place to focus, and your eyes are closed, focus on that middle space between your two eyes. It's tricky. It took me a while, but focus there and just keep breathing in and out. I want you to start imagining yourself in your favorite place. Maybe it's on the beach. Maybe it's right in your own home. Maybe you dream of owning a cottage by the lake and you're swinging in a hammock. Maybe you're on a walk in the woods and you can hear the stream flowing by. Wherever your most perfect place would be, imagine yourself there. And now I want you to start thinking about the things that you already have. The things that you already have in your life that you can be grateful for. I know sometimes that feels tough. You feel like, right now I don't have anything, but you do. We all can find things to be grateful for, even if they're super simple. So let's start with your relationships. Where in your relationships right now, friends, family, husband, partner, kids, what can you be grateful for? I sure can be grateful for that little girl that you just heard from. You know, there was a time I didn't ever think I'd get to be a mom. I can definitely be grateful for that. And let's move to your finances. This one's tough. I get it, especially right now. Some of us are facing some really tough situations in some coming weeks and months. But even if you only have $1, be grateful for that dollar, because gratitude brings more. This is when more abundance will come into your life, when you can feel grateful for what you already have. What about your family? Sometimes those relationships can be tough, but what can you be grateful for? Right now, I'm thinking about a group chat that I have with my cousins and my mom and my aunt, just supporting each other through this time that we're all at home, buying each other diapers and toilet paper, and just keeping each other laughing and joking. What can you be grateful for? What about your career? Can you be grateful for that right now? What's one small little piece that you have happening at work that you can be grateful for? What about the world right now? What can we be grateful for in this time of struggle and stress? I'm grateful for social media. Even though there's so much crazy information, it's also a place for me to find information. It's a place for me to still connect with people and not feel completely isolated. And now, the most fun part. I want you to imagine the silliest, craziest things to be grateful for. And this is the magic. On the days that you are the most stressed, the most overwhelmed, you can always find something to be grateful for. I'm often grateful for my coffee, my slippers, my amazing Energize that wakes me up every single morning. I'm grateful for the pen that allows me to write in my journal. I'm so grateful for different women that I meet that give me strategies that help me find answers. I'm so grateful for my home, the blankets that keep me warm, the pillow that I lay my head on. Find the gratitude in the simple things. When you focus on the things that you already have, you will bring so much more into your life. Many more things will start appearing when you focus on even 17 seconds of gratitude every single day. It does not take long. It's literally a bathroom break, closing your eyes and being grateful for what you have. 10x this. Do this every single day. I promise you, everything will change when you start to find gratitude. Okay, take a couple more deep breaths in and out. And if you are, relaxing and sitting and have your eyes closed, when it feels right, open your eyes and wiggle your toes and start moving around. And I hope this brought you some light. I hope this whole podcast, as funny and silly as it was with Delaney, I hope it brought you something fun to listen to, something positive in a time of struggle. At the end of the day, we have a choice. We get to decide. We decide how we act, we decide how we feel, and that can make all the difference between a positive day and a negative one. Thank you again so much for tuning into this podcast. Again, this is just beginning for me. I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, come on, my first interview was an 8-year-old. But you know what? It's me and it's my life, and I'm looking so forward to sharing so much more with all of you. I am so passionate about helping you build the business and build the life that you are so proud of and that makes you so excited that you just cannot wait to get up out of bed every single day. I would love to hear what you think of this. I would love, love, love for you to give me your ideas. What do you need from me? What would you love to share? What would you love me to share? Please share this podcast. Tag me at Michelle Pfile in your stories. I want to see who's listening to this and what kind of takeaways you're getting. And always, always, always reach out to me at hello@michellepfile.com if you have comments, ideas, or you need me for anything. I am always here. If you are in online business, make sure you have joined my free community on Facebook. Just search The Contagious Community. That is the place to be for all of my tips. I'm in there every single day, and it is so much fun. Women are seeing so much success in their businesses and sharing with each other. Like, is there anything better? Is there anything better than us being able to share with each other on social media? I wish you all the best. Please stay safe in this, most uncertain time in our world. But I believe we are going to come out of this stronger, so much stronger. Take care, and I will talk to you next week.